What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, another Figuarts video specifically. We got Gojo, Satoru Gojo, Teen Gojo, hidden inventory arc, pretty much, yeah, Teen Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Finally picked this guy up. I've been trying to get him for a little bit. Yeah, we're just gonna honestly jump straight into it. So the front of the box, you can see everything that comes with him, for the most part. Some nice promos of the figure here, and the side kind of carries on from there. The top of the box, you know, shows Gojo again, and the title. The back, more promos of the figure. The side, faces, hands, for some reason his foot. The bottom, and you got the back. So honestly, we're just gonna jump into it. I need to grab a knife. Hold up. All right then. You got the classic knife. We're using all these. We're gonna open them right up. Hopefully it doesn't have the. All right then. So we're just gonna open Gojo up. Oh, we have a card on the back that can come out, and inside we get a little booklet explaining how all of this stuff works. So that's pretty dope. You can see all of that here. All right then. We're gonna jump into it. Here is Gojo in the plastic. Looks like Gojo to me. All right, we're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna take the little protective plastic out from underneath, and we're gonna take the initial look. Already, this looks great. I'm not sure if this is my favorite look for him. I do think I just prefer the blindfolded look just slightly more. But maybe I'm just a little bit biased, like favorite Naruto characters, Kakashi, same kind of look. But Teen Gojo undeniably is dope as hell. So can't really deny that. I think he looks awesome. Do gotta say that hair is very spiky. So just kind of be cautious about that if you pick him up. But head to toe, I think he looks pretty good. And the 6 eyes, if I can get it to focus, look amazing too. The printing is a little bit off on mine, I'm gonna be honest. It's maybe it's not, but it looks pretty great. Like very vibrant, and the whole body just, I mean, it's a very simple look. There's not much going on, let's be for real. He got them big ass feet too. But you kind of really can't screw up this design in my opinion. It's pretty simple. It looks like Gojo. It's Satoru Gojo. We're now, yeah, we can do articulation. I don't remember the order I usually do this kind of stuff, but we're gonna do articulation. Double joints in the head because he has the neck, the base of the neck there, and then he has the actual neck in connecting to the head, so you can get him to look that far, kind of rocking, that far down, that far back, not too bad, and then you can, you know, rotate on everything. And again, the stuff will, let me see, how does this come apart? Yeah. Oh, I see. So you take this off and then you unpeg it from there. We're gonna go back to seeing how this guy moves. So then we got ab crunch. Crunches that far forwards. You can get a little further forwards if you want to have that gap in the back. It's kind of like Aki, but if you don't want to, then that's how far. And a pretty decent amount back, I say, just from that. And then if you want to use the waist too, you can get them all the way back and pretty far forwards, pretty damn far forwards, I'd say. It's pretty good. You can swivel there, and he can rock back and forth. Same with the actual waist, swivel and rock. Arms, he has these beautiful butterfly joints that you can pull them out. They seem to be engineered very similar to the way they did it on Makima from Chainsaw Man, which I think they did her later. But some engineering there. Those allow for pretty decent cross if you can pull it all the way. Arms can cross, you know, pretty decently, I'd say. And the arms go up that much. They can go forwards, backwards. They can swivel at that joint. So there's your bicep swivel. You have the double shoulder, double elbow. You can get all the way motion there. And then you have your standard SHFiguarts wrist peg. Next with the legs, Gojo can kick out that far, pretty decent. Kick forwards about what you'd want. I think you can manipulate it a little bit more because of the softness. You can kick up. If you really push it, he can almost kick himself in the head. So that's pretty good. But the kickback isn't terrible, but it's about what you'd want. You can get those walking poses, any kind of flight poses. He has the thigh cut and then the double knees. There we go, double knees. He can kick his butt. And then, let's see, he has a swivel at the ankle and then up and down. And does he? Oh, he does also have an ankle rocker. So he has everything built in here. That's pretty good. And that beautiful toe articulation. We love to see it. So pretty much, articulation standpoint here on Gojo. He is Satoru Gojo. He can do as many Gojo things as you want. And what I also love about Figuarts, I didn't have to do anything about that. He stands immediately on his own. I don't have any balancing issues. These guys are always pretty even. Right out, like they don't have any molding issues like Marvel Legends that makes them impossible to stand. You can pretty much just kind of get them to stand up. Except for I'm struggling right now for some reason. Gojo, stand in the corner. We're going to go over accessories now. First obvious one are the beautiful Gojo glasses that we got here. And I will be putting these on the head sculpt, and I'm going to show that off. Put that back. He has 5 total interchangeable faces. We're going to start with the 2 laughing ones. This one. Haha. Very funny, Gojo. Laughing Gojo. And then this one is maybe laughing a little less hard. Oh my, I didn't even notice it. I don't even know if you'll see that on camera. That is really hard to see. Let me see if I can adjust the brightness on this shot. Yeah, you're just not gonna, oh, you can kind of see it. There is little blushes underneath his eyes there on his cheeks for this one. And then this one has his eyelashes. So, pretty cool. I like these faces. Gonna put those to good use, especially with some of the other accessories here. And then we have the 6 eyes faces. We have when he... I like to think this is the one whenever he gets stabbed by Toji. The first time when they're escorting whatever the hell I cannot remember. The Star Plasma vessel. Whatever her name was. This is when I think this is from whenever Toji stabs him in the chest. He's like, oh no. And then this one is like kind of cocky Gojo. He's like, yeah, I'm locked in, guys. So that's what I like to think those are. And we're going to go over hands now. So our first individual hands we have that are not repeated on both sides. We got the little flip phone, cell phone hand. This is great. Dude, this looks amazingly good. I don't think you can't take the cell phone out. This is a great looking hand. This, dude, that's some detail right there. I actually want to see that in his hands. We're going to take that out. And I'll probably, do what I always do. Show him off, pose with this thing, but he's popping. Not too much effort right there. And dude, now he's on the phone. I wish we got the freaking face that he made when he met Megumi the first time. Like that absolutely diabolical face that he makes. I wish we got that. But we didn't. And it's sad because it would have been hilarious. But yeah, we got Gojo on the phone. Doing whatever the hell he does, being Gojo. Look at him. Yeah, we got the phone hand. Might I add, these are just big ass hands. Like these are some big hands. I think honestly these are the biggest hands that I've seen on a Figuarts. Guts might have the same size. These are massive. Then we also get, for that same hand, we get a peace sign. You know, Gojo does that. We get a red hand for reversal red. I'm gonna stick that one in there too, and I'll probably pose him with the same thing. But reversal red hand, it's really tough, dude. Freaking this, it's Gojo. Would I have liked if he came with some effects? 100%. 100%. I would love for Gojo to come with effects, because, I mean, he doesn't need them. He's Gojo. But it would have been cool. Then we have two kind of relaxed hands, just kind of open, splayed out, doing whatever. Two, these aren't really pointing hands. It's more of like, they're kind of pointing hands. They're just kind of more of these kind of gesture hands. I don't know. I think these remind me of the hands he was, whenever he was doing Hollow Purple for the first time before he launches it, when he's like swinging his arms around. I'll play the clip.
Throughout heaven and earth.
It reminds me of that. Those, I think, just based off of my really bad memory, that's just what I think of whenever I see that. And here are I like. That's on the floor now. One sec, guys. I like that we got pocketed hands. Oh, these are a little bit low. I like that we got these pocketed hands. And I'll put them on Gojo right now, actually. But I don't like the way they did them. Because in my opinion, it doesn't really give the effect that his hands are in his pockets. It just kind of looks like he's holding cloth at his waist. If that makes like any sense. I don't know. Maybe this looks good to y'all. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It has the effect, but they really improved this look with Aki, and I will show the two of them together. I just think that it was done a lot better on Aki. Instead of having it just go over like this, and the hands not really be able to look like they're in pocket. It looks like, in my opinion, he's just kind of grabbing his pockets and his hands aren't really in them. I mean, that could just be me, but I'm not a huge fan of the way that these pocketed hands look. I think Aki just has the effect a lot better. I think they did it better because they have, instead of these just going over, this part you pop it out and you replace it with a separate piece that has the hand fully in the pocket, and it actually gives the effect that his hands are, you know, placed in his pockets and not just, I don't know, grabbing at some random cloth. That's just me. Could just be a nitpick. Maybe I'm just being picky. I don't know. But, I mean, they still have the effect, though. They don't look terrible if you pose it correctly, and I think it looks pretty decent. And I know what they're going for. I mean, how many times do you really see Gojo with his hands in his pockets? Maybe a few. I think these hands work better for Gato, if anything. And now these hands, these are, honestly, what's the difference between this and the... All right, this one's a little bit more splayed out. These are I think what they're supposed to be are the Hollow Purple hands. Maybe I'm wrong about that. We didn't get any Hollow Purple gesture hands, but let's see. I don't really know what these could be used for, if I'm being so for real. Besides the, yeah, it's definitely this. Look at that. Gojo hitting that good old purple. This is tough. I'm definitely gonna have to pose him up doing all kinds of crazy shit. It's Satoru Gojo. But you can get him to do a lot of stuff. We're gonna go to the heads now, actually. We're not done here. We're gonna pull up, we're gonna keep the hands on because it doesn't really matter. We're gonna take a look at the faces on the hair. Well, that wasn't planned, but this might make my life easier. We're gonna take a look at all these faces, And actually, we're going to put the glasses on before we do that. I'm getting very sidetracked and doing a lot of extra stuff, but we're going to do this first because I think this looks awesome. Boom. Wow. Now that is the Teen Gojo. I mean, obviously him without his glasses looks like him, but tell me this does not look freaking awesome. You can have him hit the walk he does with Gojo, where he's kind of. If I had Gojo here, it'd be great, but I can't really have him do that. Maybe I'll use Aki when I take my photos and have Aki be Gojo and do his little stand-in for him. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, you can have Gojo hit the walk, and honestly, this kind of reminds me of whenever he goes. I don't know which face it would be. I think it's this one. When he goes up to, I think Star Plasma Vessel again. I cannot remember her name. Y'all can flame me. When he goes, "You crying?" When he does that, he looks her in the eyes and he's like, haha. But next thing, there we go. We're gonna take this one. You can I think, yeah, you can put the glasses on any of these faces, which is what I like, because then you can not make them like scene specific. Because even though this face is kind of scene specific, whenever you take the glasses off, I'm not gonna put them all on the body fully. I don't think I need to. When you put the glasses on, it turns the face into an entirely different face, and it's great because it makes it so much more versatile. I'll show that without these. This is what he looks like. We don't really have a gnawed wind face. I know that's like a kind of a different look for him, but... And then I guess up against the rest of the hair. If I can freaking do it, bro. There we go. I kind of got it on. Freaking, this is like the honored one. It's not really, but... Yeah, you can have him hit this pose like really, really easily, which is great, dude. I'm gonna definitely pose him up like this at some point later. You'll see. You get the idea. But you can have him hit this pose, and purple. His spiky hair does make the application of all these faces a little bit harder, if I'm going to be so honest. And wow, his face, the way they did that makes this honestly kind of hard to attach. We're going to see this one now. Yeah, this is like cocky Gojo. This is like, I'm the strongest. This is like, this reminds me of when that one dude who like cloned himself or some shit was attacking Gojo for the Star Plasma Vessel. I once again will add, when that one dude's attacking Gojo, this is the face that I'm reminded of. When he's just beating him, being super cocky with his infinity and stuff, and I thought it was pretty cool. You can see all these. And then what's nice about this too, like the glasses, like I said before, all these faces become so much more versatile because you can do so much more with them because they're not scene specific anymore. See, like this one, he doesn't look as cocky. He just looks like he's talking on the phone or something. When you take the glasses off, it has an entirely different facial expression underneath. I love this, honestly. It's pretty dope. I do kind of wish we did just get a hair sculpt that had the glasses as part of it. But, because it would make it a little bit easier. But I still think this works. We're going to go over the rest of these if I really need to. Happy Gojo. And then other Happy Gojo. Yeah, so... this is Satoru Gojo, hidden inventory arc. Teen Gojo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about him. He looks pretty good. Kind of a bigger figure. Not really, but he'll scale nicely next to the rest of them. I won't ever be getting the rest of them besides like Toji and Gojo because they're all so expensive. But that was my review. Maybe a little less procedural as the other few, but it's Gojo. I'll see you all in the next one. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and yeah.
Name all the things you like about Satoru Gojo! See who names the most! My turn! Everything!